Tesla caught fire, Boeing crashed, Samsung exploded. Ford told people not to park their trucks in the garage. These aren't random disasters. They're the same disaster. Same cause, different company, different year. They all shipped something before it was ready. They all knew. And they all bet that you'd absorb the cost so they didn't have to. Today, we're auditing that bet. Beta testing used to mean something specific. A company builds a product, they find a small group of users, those users put it through its paces and report back what's broken. The company fixes it, then they release it to the public. That was the deal. At some point, quietly, that deal changed. The beta test became the launch, the public became the test group, and the price tag stayed exactly where it was. You're not getting a finished product anymore. You're getting version 0.9 dressed up in version 1.0 packaging, and when it breaks, they'll push a patch in 6 weeks and act like nothing happened. Let's start with the most obvious example, Tesla. Tesla has been doing this longer than almost anyone, and they've convinced people it's a feature. Over-the-air updates. Your car gets better over time. That sounds great until you realize what it actually means. They shipped a car that wasn't done yet, and they're finishing it in your driveway. Full self-driving. They've been selling that as an add-on since 2016. It cost buyers up to $15,000. For years, it couldn't reliably handle a left turn. The Cybertruck launched in 2023. By 2024, there were already multiple recalls. Accelerator pedals, water intrusion, a frunk that could trap your hand. These aren't software bugs. These are physical objects that didn't work, and yet people lined up, because Tesla is good at one thing above everything else, making the beta feel like the future. Ford doesn't have Tesla's charisma, so when they do the same thing, it's harder to explain away. The F-150 Lightning, Ford's big electric truck, launched to massive fanfare. Then came the battery fires, the production halts, the recalls, thousands of trucks told not to charge indoors, a vehicle with a starting price over $50,000, and owners were being told to park it outside like it was a fire hazard, because it was. The Mustang Mach-E had its own share of software issues and a recall for a problem that could cause the car to lose power without warning, while driving. Ford isn't unique here. They're just a clean example of what happens when a legacy company tries to play the Silicon Valley launch game without the Silicon Valley safety net of being a startup. Boeing is where this stops being funny. The 737 MAX had a software system called MCAS. It was designed to correct the plane's handling. It had a flaw. If a single sensor failed, the system would push the nose of the plane down. Pilots couldn't override it. 2 planes crashed. 346 people died. The investigation showed Boeing knew there were concerns. They launched anyway. They were under pressure, competition, cost timelines, investor expectations. The math on rushing the product made sense on a spreadsheet. It did not make sense at 35,000 feet. That's the extreme end. But the logic is the same logic driving every half-finished app, every buggy car, every product that ships before it's ready. Speed beats safety. Launch beats quality. The market rewards being first. Samsung shipped the Galaxy Note 7 with batteries that caught fire, on planes. They had to pull the product entirely. Apple has a long history of shipping updates that break things on older phones. Slow them down, drain the battery, kill features people relied on. They eventually got sued for the slowdown issue and settled. The update still went out. Microsoft. Windows 11 updates have bricked machines, removed features without warning, changed interfaces people had used for years with no option to go back. They treat every update like an experiment, and your computer is the lab. These aren't small companies cutting corners. These are the biggest companies on Earth, and they all run the same playbook. Ship it, patch it, move on. This isn't incompetence. That's the part people miss. It's incentive structure. A company's stock price responds to launches, not to product quality 6 months later. The announcement drives the number up. The patch notes don't move markets. So the rational move, from a shareholder perspective, is to launch fast and fix later. There's also the competition problem. If you wait until your product is truly ready, your competitor launches first and owns the market. You're playing from behind. So everyone rushes, everyone ships early, and the consumer absorbs the cost. You absorb it in time, in frustration, sometimes in money, when you have to replace something that should have worked, and occasionally in something much worse. Here's where I land on this. We have some power here, even if it doesn't feel like it. Waiting a few months before buying the first version of anything is not a sacrifice. It's just smart. Let someone else find the fires and the recalls. Let the patch cycle run. Then buy the thing that actually works. The companies that build right, ship slow, and stand behind their products do exist. They just don't get the hype cycle. They don't need it. And the ones running the beta test as a business model, they need us more than we need them. Every first day purchase is a vote for that model continuing. I'm done voting for it. If something happened to you today, this week, this year with a product that wasn't ready, drop it in the comments. I want to know what they sold you, because I guarantee you're not alone.